Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell, and today I want to share with you 12 profound Abraham teachings to live by. Now, if you're a student of Law of Attraction, you may have heard about Esther Hicks and her fascinating ability to channel Abraham, or in other words, connect to infinite intelligence. So Esther Hicks channels a spiritual collective of beings that are conglomerated into Abraham, which is the name that they've called themselves. And their mission is to provide advice to us about the law of attraction and the divine work of the universe. So Esther refers to Abraham as infinite intelligence, while Jerry, her late husband, described them as an expression of unconditional love. So Abraham's insights are so profound that they continue to enlighten the lives of many people around the world. So here are 12 teachings that I'd love to share with you today. 12 teachings that are very profound that you can actually live by. So teaching number 1 is that you are a physical extension of that which is non-physical. So you are not simply starting your life here on earth and waiting to finish to be with God or with other non-physical beings. You are the human expression of the non-physical collective consciousness that is all that there is. And as that spiritual being, you are having a human experience here on earth. So when we can remember that we are these spiritual beings, that we're connected to everything that there is, we're just here in this human form, it helps us to really tap into the essence of who we really are. You know, we're not just our thoughts, we're not just our emotions, but we are the observer of all of these things, these thoughts and emotions that are going on in our mind. And when we can remember that, we can live a life from a place of mindfulness where we are more the observer and understanding the bigger picture of what's going on. Okay, so teaching number 2. You are here in a body because you chose to be here. So you chose to experience this delicious contrast of time and space and to explore your wants with other joy-seeking beings. So what they're saying here is that we chose to incarnate, or we chose to come into this human form so that all that there is can experience the contrast. We don't know the extent of what love is if we don't also experience heartbreak as well. Like, we have to know what hot is to know what cold is. We need to know what the contrasts are. And we're doing that with other joy-seeking beings that are here on the planet at the same time as us. Okay, teaching number 3. The basis of your life is freedom. And the purpose of your life is joy. So we have the freedom of choice in every moment that we're here on the planet. We have the freedom to choose how we think, how we feel, how we react, what our perception is, what our choices of action is going to be, whether we know it or not. So the more that we are aware that we have this freedom of choice, what we can then do is operate from this place where we go, okay, well, if joy is my purpose, then what do I choose in this moment to fulfill my purpose of experiencing joy on this planet? So we go from this place where we're living from of obligation, where you're doing things because you have to, or you're supposed to, or you think it's expected of you, and you can change and switch and go, well, if I'm going to release that and actually choose from a place of joy, what do I choose instead? My friend Anita Morjani wrote a book called Dying to Be Me about her afterlife experience of when she died and then came back. And that was one of the big things that she realized, one of the big lessons she brought back, is we don't need to live from obligation. When we live from joy, we are actually fulfilling our purpose. Okay, so teaching number 4. You are a creator. You create with your every thought. Now, if you've been studying the law of attraction, or if you've been following me for a while, you know that our thoughts create things. Every day, we are attracting what we give our attention to. So, if we are in a situation of pain or anger, or debt or heartbreak, the more we focus on that and the more we give our attention to that, the more we are creating more of it. But when we can shift our perspective, when we're looking at happiness and wealth and success and love, then we're attracting more of that. We are attracting everything that we think about. So be aware of what your thoughts are. Okay, so teaching number 5. Anything that you can imagine can be yours to have or to be. It's really interesting how sometimes we go, well, I can manifest a cup of coffee, but I don't know how to manifest $1 million. The thing is, the principle is the same. It doesn't matter how large or impossible the object of your desire seems to be. To the universe, it's all the same. It's simply matter. It's just part of this big construct that we're in. So you can just as easily attract a fortune as you can attract a meal. Also, the speed at which your desires manifest is directly proportional to the intensity, the intention, and the consistency of your positive thoughts. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be thinking positive 100% of the time. But if you are predominantly thinking positive thoughts and you have a strong emotional intention that you've infused with the intensity of that emotion, then that is going to help to speed up the manifestation process for you. Okay, teaching number 6. As you are choosing your thoughts, your emotions are guiding you. So this is what we know, not just through law of attraction, but also through different sciences like epigenetics. Every thought that we think has an emotion attached to it. So your inner being or your unconscious guides you with your emotions. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, you'll experience having negative emotions. So use your emotions and how you're feeling and tap into how you're feeling as an indicator for what you should be thinking about. This also is a great way to figure out what decisions to be making moving forward. So when you think about a decision and you're not quite sure which way to go, think of each choice and then tap into how it makes you feel. Does it make you expand? Does it fill you with joy? Are you happy? Or does it make it heavy and does it weigh you down? Tap into your emotions as an indicator of what you should be thinking about and where you should be going. Okay, teaching number 7. The universe adores you for it knows your broadest intentions. Now, the universe is constantly guiding you towards your purpose, and it understands, especially when you're clear and you're being able to communicate in a very clear way through your intentions and your thoughts and your actions and your emotions, what it is that you actually want to create, then the universe has your back. The universe is looking after you. It's very clear about what it is that you want, and it makes it easier for the universe then to be able to supply this for you. Now remember, our emotions are the frequency that we're sending out into the universe. So whatever is a vibrational match to the emotions that we're feeling, the universe is going to throw back to us to make it become a reality in our life. Okay, teaching number 8. Relax into your natural well-being because all is well. I love teaching number 8 because it is one of the hardest, it's one of the most challenging lessons that I learned, and it's all about surrender. Knowing that everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to, everything is perfect, it's all happening in divine timing, and all we need to do is to go with the flow and learn to appreciate more things. Then more pathways are going to open up for us because we're keeping that channel between us and the universe open, because we're relaxed into surrendering and knowing that everything is fine and will show up exactly when it needs to. Okay, teaching number 9. You are a creator of thought on your unique pathway of joy. So no one can limit your thoughts. You are in control of your own pathway to bliss. So if you find that you've been in a place lately where you're feeling like you're going through the motions, where you're feeling down, look at the thoughts that you've been thinking and go, well, how can I shift these? How can I change these so that the results that they are and the outcomes that they are creating is more joy rather than this low, heavy feeling and these low results that I'm getting in my life? There is no limit to the thoughts that you can create. So when you do your visualizations, go wild, go crazy, be audacious. Why not? Nothing can limit your thoughts. Okay, teaching number 10. Actions to be taken and possessions to be exchanged are byproducts of your focus on joy. Okay, so this goes back to making sure that our actions that we take, the thoughts that we have, actions will be inspired when our purpose behind it is joy. Resources will be abundant when the purpose behind it is joy. And you will know by the way that you're feeling that you are actually fulfilling your purpose in life because you'll be feeling joy. Okay, teaching number 11. Now you may appropriately depart from your body without illness or pain. So your natural state is that of health and of well-being. Now you may be experiencing something else. Now, the experience of something else is that human experience and that contrast that sometimes we go through to be able to learn the compassion or learn the empathy or learn the lesson that we chose to learn in this incarnation. Okay, so if you are feeling unwell, just go back to thinking, remembering that your natural state is health and well-being. So if pain is showing up, get underneath the pain. Ask the question, why is this showing up? What is this meant to teach me? What am I meant to know? How am I able to release this so that I can move to the next chapter of my life? And teaching number 12, you cannot die. You are everlasting life. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie What Dreams May Come, and the main actor in that is Robin Williams. But a lot of that talks about the afterlife. And I mentioned my girlfriend Anita Morjani, who wrote Dying to Be Me. What she realized that even though we may not be in this incarnation, we may not be in this human form anymore, it doesn't mean that we don't exist. So if we eventually choose to relax and go back to our non-physical state of pure positive energy, we still exist. We are foreverness. And when you understand that, it really helps to alleviate any fear that we have around death. And it really helps to elevate us to live a life through our purpose, which is pure joy. So there you are, there's 12 teachings of Abraham to live by. Now, I suspect that you'll be returning to this video many times, as these teachings are very profound and they're very deep, and there's a lot to learn here. Now, before I go, I'd love to hear from you. What was your favorite teaching from the 12 points I just shared? So please share them in the comment box below and let me know why. And don't forget to subscribe to the My Movies YouTube channel for more videos on personal growth and the law of attraction. My name is Natalie Ledwell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.